Hey, it's Clayton, and in this video I'm going to talk about why it is important to take space from your partner after a breakup. So in many different programs around saving your relationship and reconciling with your ex, there is this general rule of thumb that you should do something called no contact. And no contact is the concept of after you've been broken up with, you stop all communication with your ex, you bow out of their life completely for at least 21 days to a month. And one of the questions I get from a lot of clients that I work with who are going through breakups, who are either trying to get back on their feet and move on, or whether they're trying to go back and save the relationship is, do I really need to do that? And, I'm backing away from them and I'm just wondering if they're missing me and I'm really worried about whether they're going to forget me or not. And the problem with those questions is that they're focused on a inefficient or ineffective area of the relationship. What they're focused on is how the other person is going to be reacting rather than where it really matters, which is how is your perspective going to be shifting by following through with taking space from this person. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the importance of shifting your perspective by pushing away from your partner after they've made a decision to leave you. So number one, it's not really for them. It's not really for them so they miss you. That's one aspect of it, okay? That's one component. But what it really is for you to get perspective. When you are able to get perspective from one, yourself in the relationship with your ex, two, the relationship in general, you will have more flexibility around how you enter back into the situation emotionally. So what that means and why this is so important to get is that when you actually respect your partner's decision to break up, which is essentially what you're doing when you walk away, is you are honoring their decision. You are communicating your strength. You're communicating your resolve. You're communicating that you respect their word and you're honoring their decision. And you're communicating that you know and believe that you are strong enough to be on your own, which, by the way, are questions that your partner, is asking regardless of whether they are saying them out loud or not. Okay? So one of the questions I get from a lot of people is they say, okay, well, how would I prove that I'm strong enough? How would I prove that I changed and have become a better person if I'm not in contact with them? Well, the deal is no matter what you are doing, you are always communicating. So regardless of whether you are in direct contact with them, the fact that you are either in or out of their life, you are communicating to them. So your silence speaks more about who you are and your character than you going back and trying to say a bunch of things about the things that you're doing would ever do, okay? So the perspective is really important for you. So what that means is if you look at it through this lens, it means that it's really important for you to take advantage of this time apart, meaning that you are journaling. Maybe you're hiring a coach and you're getting someone to help hold the mirror up to you so you can see who you have been being in the relationship that you've been too close to see otherwise. Oftentimes that happens in relationships. We get emotionally invested in them and then we start acting in a certain way. And because you're on the playing field, you don't have the same perspective as somebody who's maybe watching it from the box, right? Looking down at the field, who sees all of the movements as they're unfolding. So getting outside help can really put jet fuel and help your growth exponentially over the course of that 3 weeks. So start journaling, maybe take up a sport, start doing yoga, start meditating, start reading books on relationships, hire a coach, go to a therapist, get the perspective that you need to really feel like you are able to land on your own 2 feet and that you are strong enough to be on your own. Because from that position, when you go back, and if you go back, and if you really decide that this relationship is something worth saving, that there's something valuable enough to at least go back and try one more time, you can make that decision from a balanced perspective, one of strength and power, rather than one of feeling completely off balance and off kilter, wanting them to solve a crisis, an emotional crisis that you are having by taking you back. There's patterns of the things that work and the things that don't. And your ability to get what you want out of this situation is going to be largely determined by your emotional state and how fast and how efficiently you can get to a place of feeling like you've got yourself back, feeling like you are empowered, feeling like you are detached from the outcome, but you are committed to yourself. So thanks for listening. I hope you got value from this, and talk to you soon.